Hello everyone and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. This is NeoBurgh, the region that we've been playing through recently, which is really flourishing. One of the large issues that we've identified last time is that we don't really have enough food. Like, there's literal trucks waiting to pick up food. And with that, we only really have one food creator, one food factory set up, um, which means that ultimately that one factory can't provide enough food to the rest of the cities in the area. Now, we do have a few food factories around this area which would be very useful to get up and running. So what I think we should do is get these set up and then have them bring food through for this area, so then we can transport it out throughout our network. We do have the drop-off point over here as well, which we can literally just add another end point on, and then all of a sudden, I bet that's flipped over. No, it hasn't. Okay. That will provide food to not only the train station, but also the harbour to bring over here. One thing I noticed is that this one's quite busy, so I think we will add a couple more ships. What I would also like to do is just rename this, because it's pretty much just a cargo water connection, and put on Littlehampton, because that's roughly where it is. Well, I mean, it's just on the other side of the river. And it's going over to Littlehampton anyway, so that's where we're going to be placing this one. I mean, it's our oldest line, so I don't know why I'm saying where we're placing it, but anyway. So yeah, what we need to do is set up a few lines around here to connect in the farms, and also what we maybe could do down the line is utilize this goods factory that's on the river, because we don't currently have any goods being supplied to any of the cities. So if we check the suppliers for goods, there is none. So food first, and then we'll sort out the rest later. So without further ado, what I'll do is start by popping in a spot where the trucks can pick up grain from here. Luckily, we have this, tunnel through, so we can actually make use of that with this connection, which will be good. So if we just do that, and then we would need a couple of drop-off points. Probably need to improve the roads around here as well. So first thing I'll do is I'll upgrade that route through, but obviously that's through to the city, and we don't necessarily want that to be creating a lot of traffic going through to Ilkley here, or Ilkley? Ilkley. I don't know. I gave up a long time ago trying to work out what that is. Right, so... Ooh, why is the road causing such weirdness? I'm thinking if we bring a road through here... it's still trying to... Right, bring a road out from here. What we can do is then avoid going through the city. We can also build into over here, so that there is a way through for the trucks that will go through to the drop-off point down here. So if we build a road around this sort of area, just avoiding that mountain a little bit. And we also want to build out this way because we've got a a grain farm down here. So if we build this road down this way, and then we can work with that. We can upgrade this route through, and we can also do a road out here. Something like this. That can come out this way, this can go out that way, and then they can meet over here. And then all of a sudden we've got a really good connection through for a line here. So what we do need to do is build a connection on this side. Something like that. We can put an exit on this side. And then we can put in a drop-off point. So we would just do a line here. Picks up over here. It can use both. We want it to fill up. And then it goes through here, down to here. And then on this side, we will pick up from both sides, or both terminals, and then drop off on the way through. Nice and simple, just a grain line. And then we can connect in other lines going forward. But I just want to connect this one up first. So if we put in some of the dump trucks, let's say 10. Put it on this road line. Then hopefully they can start providing grain to the factory here. We do have this grain farm down here, and we also have a number of ones on the other side of the river, and some up here too, to be fair. So what we could potentially do is set up a maybe a train line going forward, but I mean this is in very mountainous terrain, so it's going to be very tricky to do so. But you never know what may happen in the future. So for now, what I'll do is I will connect up this area as well, so that we can keep these. That's already connected through, and we can literally just do a road off going that way. And then it kind of serves as like a connection through down there. And that actually goes down to Lowton. I kept saying Loughborough. I don't know why. So yeah, that's stuff going through that way. We can put in another drop-off point. And this stuff will be coming across the river, which means that it's going to be going through Swindon's non-emission zones, which is kind of annoying. We could potentially build in a river, a bridge over this way, and then that could serve as a connection through. I don't know. For now, let's just keep things as they are. We're going to need to upgrade this road over here and through here. We might as well do that as well. And why not upgrade this one as well? And then all the roads here going into this bridge are upgraded then. So we're going to need a couple of stops. One here, one over here. I guess they're going to want to go that way, so might as well allow that. Oh, really? Exit cannot be put in. Let's try this a little bit further away then. Construction not possible. Why? It's just not possible. Impossible exits. There we go. Plug that one into there. Do an exit here. So we would have a road line here and here, and then what I can just do is put one either end then. Have that one going to the second one. So on this, we want it to fill up. Over here, we want it to fill up. And then that's another line ready to go. Let's hit play so that it plays through. Put 10 onto this one as well. So these are cargo via the road. These are for grain. And I don't think there are any others at the moment. So we'll call that one number 1. Yeah, there aren't any others, so call that one number 1. We'll call the other one number 2. We'll put in the city names as well so that they make a little bit more sense. Swindon for this one. Ilkley for this one. And then we have grain coming through to these food processing plants, which means that we can actually start to create food at these. What we will need to do is set up a line that goes between these. I think we might as well use the same line actually. Where should we put this? Maybe over here, considering it's got to go in that direction. Mind you, that's a bit of a difficult position, isn't it? We can use this. That'll be fine. So we don't want any of the food to be removed. We also want to remove one of those so that the trucks can go further in. Put an exit on that side. I want to encourage them to use the route through. Oh, there's too much slope. Ah, okay. Right, what we can do is remove this. Hopefully. There we go. And if we put in one here with a little bit more of a slope, if we then put that in here, it should just connect straight to it, and it has. Jolly good. Okay. So if we put in a connection through to here, down here, we could put it around the back, and then at least it shouldn't really affect the emissions for Swindon too much. We can also connect that into there. So we'd be having this connect into this road. Let's do a couple of connections here. So this one connects in there, and then we'll do another connection going up this way. Roughly here. And what we'll do is we will remove the traffic lights so that doesn't affect things there. Have that connect in here. And we'll do another stop here with an exit on that side, and of course 2 of these, and remove that one. And we'll just have that connect in straight there. This can connect in over here. And then all of a sudden we've got a route through which we can use. So we will be bringing food through on this line from both of these. Just like that. We want them to fill up using number 2 as well. On food, drop off the food, fill up down here. The only problem with this is if one food processing plant is creating more than the other, then we may have these be lopsided. So I'll reduce that down to 30 seconds. So then that should reduce the amount that affects it. Obviously these are quite busy. So we might need to move this, potentially. We'll have to wait and see. This is a very, very steep hill here, but it connects, so that's the main thing. Right, we'll need, we can actually use these ones, and we might as well upgrade them to the new vehicles. And let's just pop those onto this line. So this would be cargo. Road. Food. Food. Cargo, road, food. I think this is number 2, and it's going towards Littlehampton. That's the destination. So how many of those are there? I think there's 2. Oh, there's like 4. Oh, hang on. No, there wasn't. We must have removed number 2 at some point. So this actually slots into that very nicely. What color? That's the color for this one. We'll pop that into there, and then we can just add more vehicles as things get busier. But that should mean we'll be receiving more food down here for the cities, and hopefully reducing the amount of trucks just waiting, which should be quite nice. So yeah, let's hit play on that. We will need to add more farms into these routes. So we're gonna have to try and work something out there. Maybe we should bring it across on the river. That could be a good alternate way of doing that, because there's no food factories, food processing plants over here at the moment. So we could just bring this all down to the river. And then we can transport it across. We could even use one of these routes that doesn't currently have anything going on with it. That could be quite a good route through, actually, because we've got the tunnel here. And this isn't really getting used for anything else, so let's do that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Actually, we've already hooked up 4. So if you don't know, food processing plants require 2 grain for every 1 food. Food processing plants can go up to level 4, which means that they'll go up to 400 total production. As we can see over here, it can only produce 400, which means that because farms produce 200, we need 2 farms for every 1 food. And on top of that, you need 800 grain, so you need 4 farms to connect into 1 food processing plant to fully provide all of the grain that's needed for that particular farm, for that particular food processing plant. So if I just connect these in, nice and simple. And we're going to pop this into a harbour, which will then take food, grain across. So if we did one of these into there, upgrade this through, build a road in here, too much slope. What if we come out like... got the same problem as before, don't we? Excuse me. So if we take one of these, plug it into here, we'll want to go up. If we swap that round, put an exit on here, too much slope, that's too far down. This is so fiddly. Like, why couldn't they make this a little bit easier? Right, that's too high, but that's just fine. So hopefully this will connect into that. Yep, it does. And then we've got a route from here. These are a bit long actually for just for grain, but hey ho. It should at least sort of future-proof a little bit. Let's clean this up. Doesn't matter too much that it's a right angle there. And then we've got the route coming down here. We might have to demolish one of these farm fields, which always makes me feel bad because, I don't know, you can't, they don't naturally spawn, so I feel bad removing them, but anyway. Feels like the best way is to not remove the farm fields, but hey ho. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So that will connect in down here. We might even be able to connect this one up with just a harbour here. Let's try that at least. I feel like it's going to be too far if we use where it currently is. I want that to be large. Keeping it large. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that doesn't connect, and it goes up to about there, which is close. In fact, if we were a little bit closer here, it might work. Perhaps if we did something more like this. Yeah. Okay. So obviously that's a little bit horrific. So let's just remove that, and then we'll do a through road here, and we'll have this connecting up this way. Something like that. So then that connects to this farm anyway. So we just need to create a line here, which is perfect really, because that way they can just drop off here and go back. So we'll do a little drop off there. We'll do a line backwards and forwards between these two. And we might as well connect up this side of here as well. Because we've got a connection there. I don't know about this. In fact, I really don't know about that bit. I just want to chop that bit off. There we go. Yeah, can we smooth that out a little bit? Oh, no, that hasn't really worked the way I wanted it to, but anyway. Okay, so we've got a harbour on this side, we've got a line here. We need to put vehicles on that line. So let's just go with 10. It's a good round number. And we could potentially do a bridge here down the road, and then that would provide quite a good connection through to Loughton down here. So for now, we'll just connect in. Oh, that almost connects to this as well. That would have been interesting. We'll just connect in this harbour to a harbour over here. And we can do that without really interrupting this road up here too much, because we can just do a connection through here. And then we'll do a line from here which will pick up from both these spots, probably. And in fact, no, hang on. If we connect in a connection here to here and down to this one, then we can just have one that goes up to here, maybe. Possibly. Or we could bring grain down from this one to here, and then you've effectively got 4 farms at this stop, and then do a... Oh, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what we should do here. If we do 2 sides for this, and then we can do an exit on this side, and that way we can connect it in over there a little bit nicer. Connection here, a connection here. And then what we would need to do is delete off these end bits, put in cargo, because we don't want to lose it if we've brought it over this way. And then we can also do a drop-off point here, just like that. And this will literally just serve this one here. I kind of don't want to go straight into this road, so we'll build this in over here. And then we've got a pick-up and drop-off point. This line, after Lowton, can go here and here. And literally all it's doing is picking up grain and dropping off grain. Like that. And then we can have a line that picks up from here. I don't think this one's going to need 10 somehow. And drop off down here. Just picking up grain, dropping it off here. So then hopefully it isn't lopsided if we try and incorporate this line into another one. And then we can just have a grain line from this. So actually, hang on. It would be here down to, should we put in a different stop? Let's put in a different stop there. And from here down to there. So this one just goes down and back, and then it picks up more, and then it drops off. So it effectively goes either direction. We want that to fill up. Again on green. Oops. Drop off grain. Fill up on grain. And drop off grain. Just like so. Have we put vehicles on this line? Yes. Okay. So then I'd say we probably need like 15. So maybe like, I don't even think we need 5 for this one, but we'll put it in just in case. And then 10 for this one. Now hopefully that will provide enough grain to these factories so that we can actually produce enough food to fulfill the need of these trucks that keep coming through, so they can just pick up and go really quite quickly rather than having to wait as they are. So that's the long-term goals, at least for this particular endeavor here. So we've hooked in a number of different grain lines. We just need to name those. So this one, yeah, it's grain. Let's just steal the name from over here. That's not the grain line. This is the grain line. And we'll call this one like Lowton. I think this is number 3. Yeah, number 3. We'll call it Lowton because it's on this side of the river, but it's really like between Lowton and Ilkley, really. And then over here, we've got another grain line. Oops. Again, this one's Ilkley because it's on this side of the river and it's right next to Ilkley. And then this one, I haven't copied the name, have I? Number 5. So we've created quite a few grain lines, actually. I don't remember what colour we made them. This, I mean, green's a good one, but the colour of grain is more sort of yellowy, maybe light brown. Maybe we go with yellow. Let's just go with yellow because I don't think... Hold on. We have a line over here which is green. Ah, this one's like very light orange. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Hope for the best. Yeah, that looks like the right one. And then we also need to change the color of the vehicles to match that. These are just waiting because this is at level 1, so it only really needs like 200 grain, which isn't a lot. We've got a lot on this side, to be fair. So we could do with letting a few of these go straight through. So hopefully that will allow more of the grain to come through. We've also got this line, which again is quite busy down here, but it doesn't necessarily need all these trucks waiting, because we've got quite a lot of grain here. So we'll let that run through. We're starting to get grain here. Got our first boat going towards that way, and that will bring grain over to this point where then it will get distributed out between these, which will be really good. But yeah, hopefully that should then mean we start to get more food into this network of different connections, and hopefully it will actually allow us to... I might just colour this one blue because it is, the vehicles are blue, because it's not specifically for bricks anymore. And it looks like they're actually coming through, which is good. With all this extra stuff. We got a lot of bricks there to go up to these areas. Can maybe do with another vehicle on that line, just to help shift some of this. Got a lot of stuff going this way, potentially because it's shifting stuff both directions. So let's put another vehicle on that. That is also picking up and filling up down here. So yeah, hopefully with these food factories getting some grain now. These aren't turning rounds, are they? Oh, they are. We need to swap these over then. So from here, you want to go to number 2, please. And then from here, you're actually going to the correct one. Let's just double check the other one. Yep, that's fine. Good. That seems to be working. So yeah, this provides us with another potential 400 food from each food processing plant. So 800 food to bring into this system over here. So hopefully that will enable a lot more of these to just go straight through, because you see they're waiting for food here, which is causing a bit of a backup. So hopefully that will keep things moving. We've also got food going through to Alford and the other cities. So this has been quite a good little upgrade through this area, and hopefully it will enable a lot higher of a rate on these lines, because at the moment, or is it a frequency? Maybe it's a frequency. That should then increase things running through, which will be good. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed or haven't enjoyed, then let me know with your thumbs. If your thumbs don't cut it, then why don't you leave a comment? But until next time, have a good one. Goodbye.